2002 Nissan Altima 2.5S. This is my 2002 Nissan Altima 2.5S with a 2004 engine swap, making 90,000 miles with 211 on the body. Let's get right into the review. The Nissan, My Nissan Altima comes standard with a 2.5 liter inline-4, making a modest 170 horsepower, 10 more than a Honda Accord from the same year. VTEC, you can suck my balls. As I mentioned before, this is an engine swap on a 2004 engine and transmission with probably just over 90,000 miles on it at this point. The manifold connected to my catalytic converter is rusted to all hell and is no longer working. And the insulation on the hood cover had resonance at one point, so it's beyond saving. So basically, none of this is fun for me. And if I don't sound excited for the engine, you'll see why later. And this car has to have one of the most annoying gear selector and transmission combo I've ever seen in my life. No engage like on a Honda Accord, you just put your foot on the brake and pray that you're doing the right thing. Now unfortunately, this car's transmission is only a 4-speed, not a 5-speed or 6-speed like in newer cars, but that's to be expected. What really makes this car bad? What really makes a car bad is this gear selector. The transmission, the very thing that you're looking at, it's like a bat fresh out of hell the way that it operates. Because this car, like a wife that tells you she's cheating on you with your sister, does not care about your feelings. It will not start. Regardless of how much you beg and plead, it will not start. And you know to put the car into neutral and pray that with your magic fork that you have in the side compartment, that the car will come to life and the engine will give a nice raspy roar. The interior is okay, just okay. I mean, it's 2002 Econobox, can't expect much from it. Steering and dash are standard. Center console, well, it feels like a center console. There are some modifications made for it, and the plastic doesn't hold up well, but there's nothing in this center console that's gonna let you down. I mean, it's showing signs of wear and tear. The ceiling is kind of cream colored, and so now it has dirt stains. And the plastic looks like somebody took an alligator, dipped it, and then smeared it all across the interior because I guess stylistic choices. But this car is idiot proof. There's not a single thing on this car that you don't know how to do if you've driven a car within the last 20 years. Everything is right there, where you want it, when you want it, how you want it. And the interior is pretty spacious. I'm not really tall, I'm only 5'9". But you can sit back here comfortably even if you were 6'1". I've seen people do it. And so far, I have no complaints. The cup rest and the armrest really comes in handy whenever you have passengers, especially when you're traveling long distances. But no, you don't want to know all that. You want to know, how does it drive? Around town, it kind of sucks. I mean, it gets pretty good gas mileage, roughly 23 in the city. Well, I assume it's 23, I don't really count. It'll get up to speed. The AC doesn't work. The steering is light, easy. You could drive it one hand if you really wanted to with no problems. And the suspension's not too great. It kind of sucks at potholes especially. Basically the entire car will literally drop in and the subframe will bend like a goddamn cracker. It performs like you would expect it to on a highway. Pretty decent in the corners, but not quite like it's on rails. Drives pretty fine when you try to get it up to speed, although it's slow. Throttle response is poor, almost like if the car is really angry at you for even suggesting that it goes over 60. I mean, God, even approaching 40 is a pain in the ass, and at that point you might as well just hit cruise control and hope you can switch lanes hard enough so that the angry drivers behind you don't manage to rear end you from your own stupidity. Nissan. And in the corners, it's not too bad. I got so much truck in front of me I can't even showcase anything, and God knows finding a corner is hard. Yeah, can't even speed up on this corner if I wanted to. Bro, it's really just all that ass, you know what I'm saying? All that ass. This is the type of car that makes you think you can do something. Makes you think that you can switch lanes, makes you think that you can win a drag race, makes you think that you could take off from the line in like 7 seconds to 60. But you can't. These tires are so poor that they will literally lose traction going into corners. And like, people think about modifying it. Do I recommend doing something? No, this car is not worth your time. No matter how many modifications you make to this car, it'll never be enough, at least not in the current state. An '08 maybe, but a '02 to '06, these things are dead in the water. Okay, so then what's the score? 6 out of 10. Because a lot of the criticism I have about this car isn't its own fault, it's through the people that owned it. User error. The things like misaligned brake calipers that make my brakes soft, or having bolts that are rusted on because they weren't properly taken care of or treated. That's not the Nissan Altima's fault. It's the only thing you can get that's not overpriced. The Nissan Altima will never be able to compare to Toyota or Honda, and it doesn't have to be. But what you get is a fairly decent, fairly fast, full mid-sized sedan that can fit an entire family in it. And if you're like me and you don't have money, then I recommend picking one of these up. There's nothing wrong with one, because what they are is a bargain bin car for bargain bin people who are just trying to get through in life. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey guys, before you go, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. This is one of the funnest videos I've ever gotten to film, reviewing my car. I like cars, I know a lot of you do too. And honestly, this is new format. If there's something you want to see me review, leave a comment. Matter of fact, I'll even have a whole email address maybe. But leave a comment because I definitely want to review more things. This is a new Friday, the review. But once again, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know your opinions and what you want to see me review next. Peace.